That's way too loud. Let's buff my settings. Audio, I want you to be fucking loud. Am I loud enough, or should I make it louder? A little bit. That should be fun. Cool, anyway, welcome to the stream of suffering. Drink up, Ikusa. Alright, let's make it fucking rock. Drink up, Ikusa. Have a good nap. So check it, this is the best way to grind in Raidou Kuzunoha. This dude Neveros here can't be hurt by swords, and he summons things. And it's the best way to grind, because it's kind of low risk, and you can honestly just hold guard the entire time if you had a strong enough demon. Well, if he'll actually summon anything, that'd be pretty lit. Oh yeah, and Ikusa absorbs Mudo skills, so it heals up, so I like him for this. Yo, fucking Neveros, summon a demon. I'm gonna shoot you. Summon it, damn it. Whatever, I'm just gonna dance over here until you do what I asked you to. Yeah, this is also part of the grinding issue. I know he still has MP to summon because he's using Mudo, but there you go. I knew you could do it. Oh, now you're just doing it all the time. Now I can't make it efficient. Fuck you. I think you're a piece of shit, to be candid. Anyway, so I've been doing this for an hour. And, anything, please. Just keep me from going insane. This is, honest to God, the best I've got. And I checked, like, Game Shark codes, because that's what I did with Digital Devil Saga to buff the, experience rates. But, hey, guess what? There are no experience cheats for Raidou. It's either you go to 99 or you don't get anything at all, and that's too much. I don't want to be level 99. I just want to grind a little less, you dig? But no. That's not the way the world wants to be, and I have no idea how people make Game Shark codes, so it's not like I can do it myself. Like, even the encounters, like, at the very end of the final dungeon, which I finally recorded today. It's like... the experience rates are still crap. It's like, even endgame demons are giving you as much experience as, like, mid-game demons. It's stupid. I don't get some of the choices this game made. Why you gotta be like that, Raidou Kuzunoha? Why'd you do it, Atlas? Yeah, ye gods, it's ineffective. This was actually probably the worst idea, because this is the entirety of what the stream's gonna be. It's not like Dragon Quest where I could grind against different monsters. This is what you're gonna get for as long as I decide to stream this. The viewers, Tell me a joke. I'll read them out loud. Doing funny voices. This is laundry sauce in the video game. Look, this is a speedrunning strat. Just dive at them, but you're also guarded. For those not in the know, this is the most technically efficient way of grinding in this game. It's boring as sin, but it's the most efficient way to grind, which is why I finished the game at such a low level, because I didn't want to deal with this. But in order to show everything off for the LP, I gotta. I think that's silly. Yeah, but Neveros is invincible when it comes to physical attacks, which makes him good to grind because your demon partner won't accidentally kill him. Yeah, Neveros, pretty much any other SMT is fine. I just don't know why he's such an early random encounter here. Like, he's a mid-boss, but... I don't know, just his random encounter is so early on. Like, pretty much right after you fight him, he's a random encounter. Hey, you sassy slut, summon a demon. Whack you with my sword and it won't do anything. It's like SOS SOS encounters in Pokemon Sun and Moon. This is it. This is what it is. This is where Game Freak got the idea. Plus he Naruto runs everywhere, what the hell's up with that? The Baron in black, just Naruto running like Well, to be fair, Belial's a lot higher level. I think you gotta be 66 for Belial. Belial's one of the best demons in this game. Love to be able to get to it when I hit level 56, or 66 rather, I'm only level 52. I should do this like a day at a time. Just get 2 levels a day. That'd probably be a good way to handle it. Because what, even with the amount of things I've recorded now, that'll give me 14 levels, which will get me up to 66, which will give me something more, and then, see, there's a lot that goes into this game. There's a lot that goes into LPing when you want to handle things like this. It's part of the limitations I had to set for myself with old school RuneScape before I went insane grinding and free to play. I don't have to be level 80 to handle the final super boss, but I do have to be able to be level 80 to fuse it, and I want to do that right away. So I might as well get it all done at once, and apparently because the boss is really fucking hard. And I don't want to have a too hard time doing it. The trick is you don't want to damage this thing. You want him to stay alive for as long as you possibly can. So he can just keep summoning these guys until he runs out of MP and can't summon them anymore. Otherwise, you just shoot it with your gun, even though it's just guarded right there, so I just wasted 3 bullets. No, character can't use the suck skill. All his demons can? Even though Raidou is apparently a very popular Fujoshi icon in Japan. Very common feature in man love fics. More so than any other SMT protagonist, except B at this point, probably the Persona 4 and 5 protags. Because that info I have was circa 2009 when the second game came out. And what I was gonna do is I was just gonna tape the X button down so I could just guard and let Ikusa there handle it, but I found that when I did that, he was kinda useless, started dying, and got really fucked up really fast. If Raidou's based on an actual person, I have no idea. Games usually say it's a coincidence if that happens. His outfit is based on the outfit that school children wore in Japan at the time. Because Raidou here is still a teenager. School-aged boy. Shoot your fucking goo, my dude! Thank you. I hold down L1. This is something I actually only learned during this LP, and I tried to use it earlier and it failed. Sounds like my old cell phone whenever I would get a bunch of texts. That's actually kind of broken, huh? Wish I learned that one earlier. Would have saved me a lot of pain in the last thing I just recorded. Well, learn something new every day. I didn't know that. Yeah, but could Yasunori Kato do this? Could he do the stanky leg? Look, so you have that ossification bone disease. Worst thing is I gotta pop a fucking healing item. I think there was actually supposed to be a character in Katawa Shoujo that had a disease like that. Of course it narcolepsy. Just one of the two. No, no. It was something that was like, fatal. Which I would have loved to see how they, handled. Because I really liked Katawa Shoujo. Thought it was good, thought it tugged on the heartstrings, and when I first played it, I was so engrossed that I stayed up all night reading it, had to go to school the next day, and, was friggin' wiped, and I got all of my friends into it. Though it took a little while, because they didn't believe me when I said it was good. Isn't it nuts that, the 5th gym leader in Ruby and Sapphire has 3 Pokemon, but they're all from the same line of, they're all from the same evolutionary line? Like, how— Jesus Christ! How lazy is that? Well, yeah, but if you knew my friends back then, they weren't one to shy away from a challenge like that. Like, who lets, well, yeah, but that was the 1st generation, I can understand that. By 3rd gen, they should have fucking— like, who lets someone be a gym leader when all they have is a slacking, B, a Vigoroth of all things, and then another slacking. Like, there were other normal types, like there was Zangoose, there was Linu. Kecleon, even? Would have been a nice, marketing thing. Even Emerald didn't really fix that. I think all it added was a Linoon, right? I remember very little about, Emerald. Yeah, Swallow, that would have been cool. Well, I guess, well, they wanted to save for, Winona being, like, literally the next gym leader, but... I don't know, like, just one thing I don't like in Pokemon sometimes is, like, the, teams they give gym leaders. Because I remember being really disappointed when, Black and White 2 came out, and Charon only had a, what was it, like a Lillipup and a Patrat? You know, the same thing that all the other trainers in the gym had. Oh, he had a Spinda as well. I actually totally forgot about Spinda's existence. But I just feel like, some distribution could be a little better. Like, you know, nearly every gym leader's in, Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Like, why the hell didn't fucking... Like, I get the whole, like, level 9 Pidgeotto is supposed to be a thing, but why not, like, a Natu? Or a Hoot even? I'd settle for an under-leveled Noctowl. You had to connect, like after you beat Black 2 or White 2, you get a Challenger and Easy Mode key, and then you have to like connect with the with another person so they can get it as well. To my knowledge. I mean, I friggin' love the Marshadow art. I mean, like as you can see, I keep pestering James to put Marshadow Raidou in his ROM hack or his Pokemon Shade. Yeah, but it would be an under-leveled Noctowl, we'll see. Oh yeah, probably still too strong. Or Dunsparce! What's wrong with Dunsparce? That would have been fantastic! Wait, no, was it normal gym? It was a flying gym, not a normal gym. Well, sort of like how I put a friggin' I gave him a Delibird in my gold ROM hack. Or Ladybug. That could count. I don't think anyone in Bugsy's gym used Ladybug. I think one of them might use this. No, I think like the twins had like a Ladybug and a Spinnerack, I think. Or you know what, honest to God, you could have just given him an under-leveled Ledian. Ledian is so bad. Like, it's one of my favorite Pokemon, but its stat total is perfectly acceptable. Its base stats would have been totally fine for Faulkner. Yeah, but have you seen its other stats? Its defense alone is shit. You could probably tackle that thing to death easy. Well, no Pokemon game is hard. The battle system doesn't let it be hard. Dragonite doesn't have a good special attack stat. Well, not an amazing compared. Besides, like, even if it was a little bulky, it doesn't have the attack stats to match, so it would be, or you trade for the Onix, you could one-shot it with a friggin' Battlefront Frontier isn't hard, it's all RNG. TDM and Luca is not difficulty. I remember I somehow got a 100 win streak in a... Is that Neberos trying to end failing? If he's insufficient MP, I can just kill him. Ah, well, I guess that's the end of this one. Alright, Kurama, finish him off. I really hope that doesn't just totally eradicate all the other ones I killed. As far as the XP goes. So I'm not gonna scream, but I'm gonna be upset. Yay, I leveled up once. And got a shitload of bullets. Yo, Jason! Oh shit, nice. Can't beat that. Well, let's see what Neberos says. trying to get to 80 overall and 66 for the next video. Ugh. Yeah, 1 a day sounds lovely. That's, what, half an hour for what's going to very rapidly become not even a full level. Well, Nebros is good. I'm gonna make that my, just my default and see how he handles things. Ah! Got into one, right away. God, all these moves are tanking the frame rate. Probably not. Persona Q is probably the only Persona game I'll ever LP. It's just way too long. Alright, I gotta get Ikusa out here. That frame rate's going way too low with magic. Yeah! So I could get some better demons from the final dungeon now, but I'll worry about that later. I'm gonna try varied ways of grinding off screen. I'm probably just gonna do one more full Neveros trick and then call it a stream. I just wanted to talk. Well, like, some SMT games are grindier than others. Like, Persona 5's grind is super easy when you know the Reaper trick. This is the best method of grinding in the game, unfortunately. Because it gives way more experience per hour than even grinding at the end of the game. If only you could, like, re-challenge bosses, that would be lovely. I mean, I only did the Reaper trick once to, like, right before the 6th palace, because I was, incredibly underleveled. I think it was, like, level 40 or something when I finished the 5th palace. Persona 5 was good. I like it. I think it's one of the best turn-based RPGs I've ever played. They're fine. It's the most fun you could possibly have while fighting a pagan. I really like the 7th palace. It reminded me a lot of Sector Horologium. For some reason. Summon demons, you slut! You're a slut! What if Robbie Rotten came into GameStop and called you a slut? guess it's not as bad as having to grind out for Demi-Fiend in Digital Devil Saga, because fuck everything about that grind. Because it's not just enough to hit level 99, it's also having to grind, like your power sources. So you could, or what is it? Get power, stat noises. So you could, buff your stats, because if you weren't 99 in everything, Demi-Fiend was gonna be a bitch. Kinda trying to think of other bad grinds in games. I remember the grind for the Platinum Trophy in Final Fantasy XIII took me, see, I beat the game in about 50 hours. It took me another 50 to grind for the Platinum, but then I figured out that I couldn't get the Treasure Hunter Trophy because I forgot to pick up an item very early on, and it's the only one of its kind in the game. So I wasted another 50 hours. I stopped needing money in Persona 5 after the 3rd dungeon. At that point it was like pouring money at me. Especially when you would ask Chihaya for the money fortune. Like in the 4th dungeon I made like, I don't want to say like 500,000 yen, but it was something like that. Yeah, I still haven't gotten Automata's Platinum. I'm gonna wait for the LP. Though I let my friend borrow Automata and he got like the Platinum in a week, because I got him into Yoko Taro's games when I let him borrow Nier and Drakengard 3. And he got super into it, so after I beat Automata, I let him borrow it, and he had the whole thing beaten 100% Platinum in like a week. He was really excited. He liked it a lot. Man, fucking, speaking of Nier, getting Nier's Platinum Trophy for the LP was really bad too, because I had to like grind out a certain route in the, for all the materials you needed to upgrade everything, because, wow, what was Yoko Taro on thinking that was fun? I didn't check how many hours I put in Nier, because I don't think it could, but I think Nier's Platinum probably took a solid 30 hours of grinding one round. Like just like going through like the one part of the game over and over again for stuff. And then I bought the fucking I bought the DLC, and like half the thing about the DLC is it's a lot easier to get the super rare items by grinding them. And I wish I realized that before I grinded it so much. But, you know what, no harm, no foul. Ah, damn it. Poison sucks in this game. She can only carry so many anti-poisons. Plus, I didn't get a lot of Automata's, like, joke endings. I got the one where you died in the intro. Because the boss caught me off guard. Even after I'd played the demo, knew what to expect. Drakengard 3 took probably... I don't think that one's grind was as bad, because it's all a cash grind to max out your gear. But that was probably only an extra 10 hours of grinding at that. I don't think that one was too bad. I'd love a Drakengard 4. Kinda hope Scalebound becomes Drakengard 4. It won't. But I can hope. Well, hey, join the fun, sickness. There is no fun here. This is gonna make you even more sick, but I'm glad that you came here to suffer with me. Save this cross slash for the next batch of reinforcements, and whoop-pow. That one's trajectory is a little whack. I mean, there are a couple grindy games I want to do for streams, but none of them are gonna be like this bad. Like a major one I got planned for next year early on. And I don't know like how early on. I'm not gonna make promises. Streaming Dragon Quest V. Because I really like that one a lot, and I've been meaning to LP it for years. As in, I did a test run of it in at the end of 2014. Is it not bad to watch? Because it's a fucking nightmare to play. I did a test run of Dragon Quest V for an LP at the end of 2014, with the intention of doing it like very soon after that, and the gap between me first beating that game and the gap between the test run was 3 years, and now it's been 3 years since I've almost done the test run, so now I think I should do another test run before I do it. Though I still feel like I've got a lot of Dragon Quest V down pat. Like, I know exactly where I'd want to go, I know exactly what I would want to do. A couple of the dungeon layouts are slipping my mind, but for a stream series I don't feel like that's that unforgivable. Though I had such an easy time with it last time because I like save scummed to the casino to get like the best sword in the game super early on so I could avoid grinding. Which I honestly feel is a fair thing to do. Like, getting super busted weapons early on. Because if it just means that you're... But if you're still, like, under-leveled, it's, like, what's the difference? Because you're hitting hard, but you're such a glass cannon. And in Dragon Quest, it's really hard to be a glass cannon and actually win. So I think grinding the Metal King Sword is actually pretty fair. I feel ya. I felt the same way recently when I had food poisoning. It's easier. It feels like it was easier to cool down than to heat up. So that might have just been me because I was taking so many showers at that point that I was constantly wet. So heating up was kind of a bitch. And then plus when I wanted to, because in Dragon Quest V, some monsters have a small chance to be recruited when you beat them. And I was trying to recruit one of the 1 out of 64 chance monsters, the Cure Slime. That I didn't even end up using, might I add. And do you know how long it took me to grind out that thing? I have the tweets back in 2014, and I can't remember if it was 5 or 10 hours of grinding. I don't think it was 10 hours, but yeah, it definitely wasn't 10 hours. Because I just remembered I was 10 levels, like, over-leveled, so I never grinded again in the rest of the game between the huge lead I gave myself there and the broken-ass equipment I had. Dragon Quest V is just really fun that way. Like, certain things clearly work better than others, but for the most part, it's kind of like Pokemon in that really you could try anything. And I know it would release way before Pokemon. It's a universal thing. Yeah, I didn't get into Devil Survivor 2's secret bosses. Like, after I beat the Septemtrion arc, I just kind of put it down. Like, I liked it, but I wasn't ready to dive right into Triangulum. And even then, I just did one route on Because I was trying to treat it the same way I did my LP of Overclocked, just do one route and then do the rest of them blind, because they're not difficult to unlock in Record Breaker. So I gotta start thinking about when I'm gonna LP Record Breaker. Probably after Soul Hackers, honestly. Because I still don't know how I want to handle SMT4 and Apocalypse. Yeah, 2's final boss was kind of fucking rough. Well, no, I think Record Breaker's gameplay just completely trashes Overclocked, but I prefer Overclocked story. That's not to say even Record Breaker is a bad story, it's just that I think Devil Survivor has, there's a little bias since it was my first SMT game ever, but it's also because I think it's like the quintessential SMT story. Like, I think anyone who wants to get into SMT should play Record Breaker, or Overclocked. Yeah, God, it's been over 3 years since I finished Overclocked. Yeah, I'm most likely gonna do Record Breaker after Soul Hack. Now I've got something else planned right after Soul Hackers. Probably after that, then. Yeah, I bought the original Devil Survivor 2, and the second I gave him my money, I'm like, they are because I bought it. I don't even think I opened Overclocked before I bought my copy of Devil Survivor 2. I'm just like, yeah, I might as well buy it now in case I like it, because that was the absolute stupidest thing I've ever done. And what was I gonna say? The second I paid the guy my money for Record Break or Devil Survivor 2, I'm like, they're gonna make an Overclocked version of Devil Survivor 2, aren't they? And I never opened it. I wasted $30. It's still in my room, and I've been considering doing a giveaway once I start my LP of Record Breaker. And then I've also just considered selling it, because why would you couldn't even play along, because it wouldn't be the same game. I don't even know why I didn't just ask for a refund right there. I just didn't. Because I'm stupid. I mean, I like Overclock a lot. Yeah, I did the Anguish one's route, and it caught me off guard the first time because it has so many forms. But the second time, I eked out a strategy. High-level dragons are a fantastic way to handle the final boss too. At least its third form. Ow. Angus. The Anguished one is really good, I like them a lot. Really hoping for a Devil Survivor 3, but I don't know if it's good. I don't think it's gonna happen. Found that if Atlas doesn't count to 3 really quickly, it doesn't. Well, no, it's just like it feels like a lot of their games get stuck at 2. Like Devil Summoner and Devil Summoner Soul Hackers, and then this is technically the third Devil Summoner game, but it plays so differently, I feel like it could just be a totally different things. But then Raidou 1 and 2 only come in 2s as well. Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2, though that one has a good reason. Devil Survivor 1 and 2. Hell, even Persona 1 and 2 took a good long while to get 3. And then 3 plays so differently. And Persona, I guess, didn't really work there because 2 was technically... 2 was a duology as well. So Persona 2 and Persona 2, Though I don't know if Raidou has a good reason to just do 1 and 2, because again, I've never touched Raidou 2. I own it, bought it at the same time as Raidou 1, but I wanted to finish my LP of 1 before even starting with 2, because I didn't want to get used to the, what looks like a vastly improved battle system. Or at least a slightly improved battle system. A couple more options. I mean, I'd heard some complaints about the story. Then again, I didn't really play Raidou for the story either. Like, certain games, like, a lack of story doesn't really bug me. Like, Persona 5's glacial pace for the story didn't bug me. I feel like it should have, but, I didn't even notice I was missing a story until I started getting story. But like Devil Survivor, I would be bummed if it didn't have a good... Like, if Devil Survivor 3 came out and had a shitty story, I would hate it. The story is part of the reason I love Devil Survivor. And I don't think Persona 6 could possibly swing that again. Persona 5 is, it's long, is probably the biggest complaint people have. And the story, again, it moves at a glacial pace. But, I don't know. It's so stylish, and it has the best soundtrack of any game I've ever heard. Bar none. And I feel like it can coast on style long enough before before you start needing the story, and then the story starts coming to you. Well, I mean, the Fate system in 2 is just basically social links. I mean, I like the story of 5 too, it just kinda feels like it hurries up at the end. Oh yeah, I unfortunately went harem in 5. Except, I had a small code of honor. I only let myself date one Phantom Thief. I mean, that's the thing too, like, I don't mind being railroaded into plot. Like, I told you, like, Final Fantasy XIII is my favorite Final Fantasy. My thoughts on SMT5, I'm very excited for it, and it was, one of the reasons I was going to buy a Switch if Sages wasn't such an amazing person and beat me to the punch. Futaba. I'm a sucker for redheads. I didn't manage to finish Haru's Confidant, but I saw a cutscene of her rejection, which I would have done anyway, and my god, I would have felt like shit if I finished her Confidant. I just ran out of time. I liked Anna a lot, and she always found a place in my party because, God, her DPS was astounding. And Makoto was a decent healer, so I liked her. And then I just never really used Haru because I had a good side demon in Black Frost, and gun skills was basically my Black Frost was a better Haru. Yeah, Kill Scott Kill. I ended up starting using his guide right after the first palace, but by that point I was like, I was 2 days short of finishing Haru and 4 days short of finishing Yoshida, and that was it. And I didn't get anywhere close to Platinum because I didn't do any like fishing or gaming or anything. I'm gonna go back and Platinum it, and Persona 5 is the only Persona game I feel like I would ever replay. See, I don't get all the complaints about Ryuji, like, at worst, he just felt like Yosuke 2.0 at points, and Yosuke is problematic, but it's an RPG. I'm trying to think of a confidant I didn't like. I guess Hifumi. I loved her rewards, but her confidant just felt like it came and went. Oh, did Neverus run out of MP? Wonderful. Well, the issue is, like, a lot of, like, the plot feels like, everything but the first palace was written, and then everything after that was just a totally separate game. Hey, we got 2 levels this time. But I mean, that's the thing about like the social link system. I would have loved having Hifumi as a Phantom Thief. Well, said I would end the stream after that, and I feel like I should. Can I make it to a save point? Wow, I'm not even gonna be able to make it to a save point. Okay, now I'm not gonna do all that right now. I got 5 levels tonight, and that's enough for me. I'm gonna do more tomorrow, probably. Or Wednesday. Ah, wonderful, a dragon's juke cave. Actually, I should, not just do that, I should, stock up on items, too. Yeah, some of the, automatic social, or confidants were like, whew. Especially, you-know-who. You know the one. That one, towards the end of it, his level ups, like, confidant levels up, honestly made me laugh. Like, I got a chuckle out of, like, drama! And then, boom. Here's your levels. I thought it was silly. I didn't like it. I'm gonna be getting so much money from grinding anyway, I might as well burn as much of it as I can. I think I have rare items to sell. Ah, yes. Damn, son. So yeah, I pretty much made all my money back. It's mostly the clips I gotta start worrying about now. I can probably buy a few of them. I mean, I'm used to Strange Journey. Long dungeons weren't necessarily a bad thing. Or, an unknown thing. Hey, I got a discount. Wish I'd shown that up in the LP, but... Cool. I just didn't like how some of, like, the best tracks in the game didn't play until, like, end game. Aw, man, you didn't just call Bloomin' Villain boring. When can I fuse off? I mean, I do need to make Hitoko Tsunusi. And I can always just what did I just put into him? Throne? Alright. Shit, I didn't check the, lunar phase. Okay. I just don't like how when everyone tries to cover Blooming Villain, they just, when they do the heavy bass part, they let that ring out like just the bass for like way too long, when in the main song it has some guitars in it too, and that's part of what makes it interesting. Zoe Yamatsumi one of them? No, I don't think it was. You see, I'm thinking Ichimokuren, and that's not it. I just don't think I'm high-leveled enough, because some of these are going to be really high. I'm using Rajanaga right now, so I might as well. Lit. That should make fusion a lot easier to handle. I think I still have a Kununushi on me, so I'm good for ice, but I do need a throne back. Or do I? I have fire bullets. Yeah, multi-strike is great. What did Oshichi have? Did Oshichi have Rekarm? No, she had Padra. Is Rekarm just not in this game? No, Rekarm is here. It's Sadi. Alright, let's bring you back. I mean, Atsuro's the one I beat Lucifer with. His Holy Strike ended up dealing the final blow. I think he also did the same for like the final bosses of all the routes in Belberith. I think Atsuro's the real king of Bel. To be perfectly candid, I never got Jungo. I let him die because I didn't realize that when I was walking around I should have been actually looking for things to help Jungo. I have no attachment to him because he died very early. I didn't use Kaido either. I think my usual party in 1 was always like, me, Atsuro, I'd swap Yuzu and, Amane, and then, Mari sometimes, I think. Jin sometimes as well. That's strong. Though Hinako ended up doing totally fine. Her agility made multi-strike fantastic. Yeah, yeah. What's it? Devil Survivor 2 is probably going to be my next 3DS LP. Well, 3DS game. Well, I got a DS LP planned, even though I'm using the 3DS for it. Though I know when I was building my MC in 2, their stat growth ended up pretty much looking exactly like Yumi or Fumi. Like all magic and agility. And then I started going to, like, I got enough strength to use like certain magic skills and then pump the rest into vitality. Magic Nuke is just so good. I love it. But anyway, I'm gonna end the stream here because I have to do some things before I have to go to bed in 50 minutes because of class. And I left them way too long. So thank you all for joining me. I got a decently leveled. 5 levels isn't too bad. At this rate, I could record next weekend. Anyway, thank you for watching, and see you in the future. I love you, sages.